let's define what an OG is, because I think the definition of OG has really, really been tainted. And we starting to just call anybody an OG. We calling dudes OG because they got a couple of dollars in their pocket. Per definition, with you coming up, what was an OG?
For me, and first of all, the terminology that I came up with was older guards, right? That's who I looked up to, the older guards, because they were the ones who were in the lead. They were the ones who we looked at with the highest prestige. So I came up with a totally different terminology. It was the older guards, and then you had dudes that was hard rocks. You understand? So the original gangster, the OG, was a term that I first started hearing from out west. Ice-T and all that. I didn't really hear gangsterism in NYC. That came later on after my adolescence and after I did the tour in the Army. We wasn't calling dudes gangsters like that when I was coming through. You dig? So there was older guards and there was old timers.
What is an elder?
Well, to me, my elders, and when I speak of elders, I speak of somebody who has a certain age, right? Now, elders, now, for me, my elders would be 70, 80 and better because, again, I'm of this particular age. You dig? But now others may look to me as an elder. If they 18, 19, right? They say, oh, he looked young, carry yourself in a certain way, but still, that's the elder. You dig? No matter what, but it is a matter of maturity and where you see yourself when you're placing these terms in front of people. You understand? And of course, I traveled. I lived many different lives. You understand? From college life to the service to behind the walls. You dig? To the entertainment industry, I have many lives. So when people tag me with certain things, listen, it's how you perceive me. But you never perceive me as a coward.
Wow.
And that's where things are getting kind of fuzzy now, because people still want to be in the street and maintain a certain image or play in certain games when they're really too old for it.
And I got tired of seeing, dudes older than me, your peers, what I'm saying, people that are your age and better, being paraded on the internet, on Instagram or in the streets, whatever, as OGs and I'm like, I'd rather be an elder than an OG, if that makes any sense. Well, per definition that you said was older guard. I would love to be that. But now OG became original gangster. Then the youth try to play you, and they be calling you OG because they calling you old sometimes too. So a lot of dudes got to be careful. They not using that expression OG as you are original gangster or older guard. They just calling you old. Because I see them call crackheads OG. You know what I'm saying? And then crackhead ain't no gangster. What I got tired of seeing was, everybody has a story to tell. Everyone should tell their story. Every story is essential because there's millions of people who might share your story. But what I got tired of seeing was, they was giving the people the ins, but they wasn't giving them the out. The out is the problem, because it's no way you should sit here and say, yo, I did 35 years in jail on my head. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You had a rough time in prison. Some of y'all is scarred, maimed, hurt. You lost parents in there. You lost loved ones. You lost friends. You've been through hell. And what I don't like is that you keep acting like it's a badge of honor to say I've been to prison and I went to prison and what I did and how I did in prison. But when you came home, you're not saying, yo, this is what I accomplished since I've been out of prison. I paid my debt to society for my wrongs. And little homie, you're going to go to jail if you do what I did. Now it's like they hanging with them. They drinking liquor with them. They smoking with them. And the older dudes is acting just like the little dudes. And they sending them on dummy missions and all types of stuff that's going to land them in prison. And then you get a stripe for being in jail.
Yeah. You put an age on a person, right? When age has nothing to do with it. It's the mentality. Like you said, okay, I've seen dudes do 25, 30, and they did 25 to 30, cooking, or working out, or, playing poker, or playing chess, becoming a chess master. You dig what I'm saying? But never picking up a book. So, of course, they can only speak to what they know how to do. Right? Some of them got locked up for hustling and was still hustling while they was inside for 10 to 20 years. So they're going to come back and not be able up here to give the youth anything but other than what the youth already got up here. So they're not older. They're older physically, but mentally they still children.
Got you.
You dig what I'm saying? So of course, the little ones, the young ones are going to look and say, yeah, that's the older guard, or that's the old G, the original gangster, because he got gray in his hair. You see what I'm saying? And he's walking a little slower. But mentality-wise, the youth are thinking they can outthink him. That he can't teach me nothing because he's doing the same thing I'm doing.
Facts. Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? He's chasing the same little chick I'm chasing.
He asked me for a buzz down on a cigarette.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, the message and the definition becomes real twisted when somebody with some knowledge is coming through to spit it out.
Think about it. The lions and the elks could be right on the Serengeti together until that lion get hungry.
Yeah.
They be drinking, they be right next to each other, drinking out the same river and all that. It's all love. But when I'm hungry, I'm gonna have to eat you.
Yeah.
So what happened with me when I was younger, boredom and hunger made me go out and eat. And
so where does the boredom and the hunger come from?
Poverty, conditions.
And where does that come from?
The elders and the parents and the people before them.
And where it comes from? It don't start with them.
And the system. It's the system. It's the system. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
You're bored because they're not trying to educate you. Because they really can't.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
You come from a lineage that's older than sun, moon, and stars. So they really can't educate you. They can tell you the Asian system and make you literate in that. So now you're bored. Yep. And then you have people who claim to be teachers in front of you who don't care about you and can't connect to you. So you move away from that.
You know what's crazy about my boredom? My boredom was a little different because I was a gifted student.
Right.
Right? So my gift of grasping information and learning and be able to comprehend and regurgitate what I just learned, I got bored with the slowness of everybody else. So now I'm acting out. I pass my test. I just yell out, ah! And they just like, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm like, yo, man, come on, man. Everybody ain't finished yet. You know what I'm saying? So now, not knowing what's going on in my home every day, not knowing that the only time that you eat sometimes is in school. You better have got there early to get that breakfast. You better eat that lunch, and you better try to take you a little apple or something, because when you go home, ain't no food. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know that. So the boredom with me came from having all of this information that I took in. Like I used to tell people, I used to sit on the toilet dropping the deuce. I had to read. I had to read something. There was no bathroom without reading. So I'm sitting on there reading the toothpaste. Like, yo, what is glutamate? What is it? What is it? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm looking up the words. That's how my mind worked. I always had a dictionary with me. I always went to somebody's house. I had a library card. You know, I was going to the library.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was just my thing. Yo, I want to go read. I want to go, learn stuff.
But you don't have to even join them to benefit off of their lifestyle.
How to
you
eat the
can
live.
do it on the low in your house. Don't nobody even have to know where you got it from.
Facts.
This is what I'm saying. You can have his reservations if you want. You can come up with everything that everybody said that they did or didn't do, or they killed Malcolm, or they believe in Scientology, or they taking money from. You can do all that, but you cannot deny what they look like, the health benefits, the knowledge, right? The information that they use to show you who's your enemy. So you can utilize that. You can take pieces from that. Boom, I got that. You can take pieces from the Nation of Gods and Earth. Boom, I got that. You can take the Black Panther Party principles. Boom, I got that.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Marcus Garvey. And you can do all that in your crib and tell nobody you doing it, and you'll be much better off now than you are previously. You dig what I'm saying? Because your kids, the babies are watching you entertain dumb shit.
Facts.
And your life is a representation of it. That's just how it is. So people can say a whole lot, but when we dealing with solutions, I'm telling you the solutions. It's right out there for you. Get some of that. Just like you said, you on a health kick. So when people hear you speak and they look at your pictures from just 2 years ago and they say, well, damn, that worked. How they not going to listen to you?
Yeah.
They may not be able to do exactly what you did, but they could take pieces of it and employ the pieces that they weren't doing, and I guarantee you they get results from it. So that's how we deal with it all the way around the board. So we can have better discussions, and so we can give these kids the truth. You understand? That's all you can do. And that's all you have to do. Clean your house before you go outside. Your house is clean, you good money? Okay, now go outside. What does your block look like? Can you assist? Can you give Shorty and them jewels?
So what I'm saying to the youth is that y'all got so much at y'all disposal that y'all don't even really know what y'all got because some of it was given. That's why I appreciate my phone. I appreciate the fact that I could get any information right now. Any information I want is literally at my fingertips.
Right
because what's the point of having these $1,200 devices in your hand that you still paying on? Most of y'all don't even own your phone yet. How about that? You don't even own your phone, but you're not using the phone to make bread, and you're not using the phone to big up your knowledge base. You know what I'm saying?